So, I'm sure you've heard by now, but unfortunately, Uncle Drew, Nova's uncle, has passed away. Now, if you're wondering how people found this out, oh, the beeping. If you're wondering how people found this out, Nova posted on his TikTok, one of his infamous text posts. I'll leave that here, somewhere around here. But basically, I wanted to spread the news for anyone who hadn't heard. Unfortunately, Uncle Drew has passed away. I have not seen an obituary or like proof that he has passed away, but I can't imagine Nova would post this without it being true. I don't think he's completely making this up. I don't think he just got mad at his uncle one day and said, "Oh, I'm gonna post that he's dead." Smokey made a made a joke saying something along the lines of Nova Nova posted that, and then Uncle Drew texted him to take it down because he wasn't really dead. Although I wish that was the truth, I don't believe it is. I do believe this is true. This is real. Um, and with that being said, we need to talk. We need to talk about the future of the channel. I made this channel as a not as a joke necessarily. I did make it with the intention of actually trying and like making content. Um, but I made it Uncle Drew as a joke. I thought the idea of Uncle Drew starting a YouTube channel or some sort of social media to go against his nephew that he didn't like, I thought that was a hilarious idea, and I think many other people agreed with me. Um, Now, I do want to say this. I am not trying to make this all about myself or anything like that. Not in any way, shape, or form. This really is about Uncle Drew, and I the main reason I'm bringing up the channel at all is because I feel bad using the likeness of a deceased person, of someone that has passed away. I don't want to be known necessarily as Uncle Drew just out of respect for Uncle Drew. You know what I mean? I don't want to be disrespecting a man who's passed away. If you didn't notice already, I have changed the profile picture. It's no longer the picture of Uncle Drew. It you could debate whether or not it was right to use his picture in the first place. And I can understand if you disagreed with me there, not wanting me to use his picture in the first place. But in light of this recent news, or in light, I don't know, I am not going to be using his picture in any thumbnails or profile pictures, anything like that. Um, Now with that being said, I did make a post probably the day I found out, the day Nova posted that, um that he was saying that he had passed away, and I was asking anybody if they what I should do with the channel, what I should do, like how I should move on from this. And there were a lot of different ideas. Some of them included things like, rebrand, change the name and the idea of the channel. Not the idea, still making lolcow videos on Nova and all that, but change the name, change stuff like that. Just rebrand to a different name and everything. I may end up doing that. Some ideas I had for possibly doing that was maybe just like Uncle, calling myself Uncle, or Unk. I know a lot of people will refer to me as Unk in the comments, and that's cool. I honestly like that. Um, so Unk or Uncle, maybe. I'm sure there's a million other people named Unk on YouTube, so I wouldn't be very original. Um, Although Uncle Drew was already overshadowed by that fucking basketball movie, so I was always battling something. So if you have any thoughts about that specific idea, let me know. Some other things that I had seen. One or two people said make one last video saying what happened, leave the channel up as a commemoration for Uncle Drew so people can like remember him by it. Um, Now if the channel had a lot of subscribers and like tons of people knew about it and it wasn't going to get forgotten, then I may do that. But because of how little subscribers and everything this channel has, I'm probably not going to be letting it sit as a commemoration channel or anything like that. I More than likely I'm gonna keep going with the channel. I don't really plan on stopping the videos or ending the videos. I don't see any reason to stop the actual content other than if I wanted to continue to be Uncle Drew, which I'm not just debating. I don't really want to stick with the name, but I want to see what you guys think. If you guys think, it would be a memorial to him to stick with the name and stick with it, then maybe I'll do that. I will definitely not use any more pictures of him. Now, something I was seeing, I can't remember if it was Chin Universe or Novine Leaks or who exactly it was, but I seen one person doing this thing where they had an AI, either an AI or a drawn version of the picture of Uncle Drew, like holding his hands up or whatever. And that may be something I do. I actually looked into that a while back because I was feeling a little, I don't know, guilty maybe about using his picture as my profile picture. Um, Now that was before he had actually passed away. But yeah, so where was I going with that? I don't know. There's a lot of issues that this can cause for the channel and all that, and I really don't mean to make this about myself. This is about Uncle Drew. He Now I'm getting ahead of myself here. I meant to say about him. Give me 1 second. Now I meant to say, Uncle Drew. Uncle Drew was basically the one good thing in Nova's life. The one thing Nova may not have thought he was good, but Uncle Drew was good for Nova, good in Nova's life. He was one of the only people that really tried to help him, especially when he was younger. Now, things did divide apart when I don't know exactly what it was. Usually it had to do with politics or LGBT or things like that they would get in arguments about, and they didn't see eye to eye in things, and they had a bit of a falling out later into the years, the more recent, closer to now times. Um, but Uncle Drew always tried to do the best. He was always a reasonable man, level-headed for the most part. He tried to keep Nova on track, and from the way everything else seems, he didn't have anyone else to try and do that for him. So Nova really owes Uncle Drew an apology for everything. And I want to say I hope Uncle Drew's doing better in heaven or wherever he is, wherever, you know, hopefully he has both his legs, and is doing good. And if he does meet any, PDFs, he can use both his legs, walk right down on there, right down there with the sheriff, and set him straight. But with that being said, if you have any suggestions, I'm looking towards the community to ask what I should do here. I don't want it to be just my decision. I do want the community to have a say in this. If you guys think changing the name completely should be what I do, then what do you suggest the name should be? If you guys think I should keep the Uncle Drew name and moniker or whatever you call it and just change the picture, maybe just keep the picture what I have it now. It's like top text, bottom text, Uncle Drew. If if you think of something, please do let me know. I I like it to come from you guys. I wouldn't want to be the only one to change something like this. When I started the channel, that was, there wasn't a community. Now there is. So if I make a big change like this, I want y'all to be involved. I really do. And I want to know what you guys think is right and what is the best move for me and the channel. But without making this any more about myself, I'm really trying not to be selfish here. This is about Uncle Drew and all that. Um, I, I wasn't gonna say I hope you enjoy the video, but I hope y'all have a good day after hearing the sad news. And if I can get the channel figured out, then I may have another video this week. That's always the goal, is 2 videos a week. And it may just be an update video on this situation. It's hard to say. But with all that being said, I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.